My dearest friend, there is a profound stillness that has settled between you and a certain person. A quiet that feels less like a simple separation and more like an intentional, invisible barrier. This silence is not born of indifference, nor is it a casual slight. If you feel a hollow ache in your spirit, if your mind cycles through endless possibilities trying to justify their sudden withdrawal, then you must understand this truth. Their absence is a direct consequence of a decision, a decree that was issued far beyond your awareness, in the shadows of their personal life. It's a heavy cloak of control placed over their actions, and it has nothing to do with a lack of feeling for you. In fact, it is precisely because of the depth of their feelings that this barrier was constructed. I know you may look at their social media, check their last activity time, or even draft a message only to delete it, and you conclude that they simply moved on. But the angels whisper a different story, a narrative of intervention and forced restraint. This soul, this person who occupies so much of your subconscious space, has been literally bound by a silent edict, a powerful, unseen directive to cease all communication, to not send a text, to not place a call, to not speak your name. This is not the action of someone who has lost interest. It is the desperate maneuver of others who perceive the luminous connection you share as a fundamental threat to their own influence. Think of it this way. When you were in communication, a clear, palpable shift occurred in their world. Perhaps they are a gifted architect, intensely focused on complex blueprints, or maybe an expert herbalist, meticulous with their blends. But the moment your name was uttered, or your message appeared, their focus fractured. Their eyes softened, their voice wavered, a raw vulnerability surfaced that others in their circle had never witnessed. They saw the way your energy, your essence, could cut through the noise and reach a core of this person that was fiercely protected, a sacred inner chamber that no one else had access to. This emotional supremacy terrified those who thrive on manipulating them, who depend on their emotional dependence. These individuals, cloaked in false counsel, saw you not as a partner, but as a sovereign power capable of dismantling their careful structures of control. And what do small minds do when faced with something bigger than themselves? They impose a rule, a law of silence. A shadow cabinet convened, and the verdict was rendered: you must not contact this person. But here is the most heartbreaking and vital part of this revelation. Though their hands may have obeyed the external command, their heart never ever agreed to the surrender. Every single night, they are drawn back to your digital doorstep. They open the screen, they see your name. They begin to type a cascade of stored emotions, a confession, an explanation, a simple plea, and just as the final word is about to be sealed, the weight of the invisible prohibition crashes down, and they erase it all, leaving the screen blank, their chest heavy with unsaid words. This silence, my dear one, is far more painful to them than it is to you, because it is a direct act of betrayal against their own soul. The angels are holding space for this profound struggle, observing a true test of their spiritual resilience. Their name is etched onto the very walls of your subconscious, and your spiritual connection, that golden thread of destiny, remains vibrant and unbroken. The Archangel Michael himself, the great defender and revealer of truth, is currently working to expose the motivations of those who engineered this separation. They are attempting to measure the tensile strength of this soul bond, to see how long they can compel this person to resist the genuine, undeniable truth of their feelings for you. The universe, however, possesses an extraordinary power to bend and rewrite any rule conceived by human fear when true destiny is the stakes. That is why your inner clock is so sensitive to them. When you find yourself in a moment of quiet contemplation and they flood your thoughts, an immediate echo resonates within their spirit. When a wave of inexplicable emotion, a thrill, a sudden melancholic pang washes over you, it is not random. It is the energetic residue of their soul just having reached out and touched yours. You are experiencing the reality of a cosmic spiritual conversation that supersedes any physical barrier. Before we delve deeper into the nature of this manipulation and how the celestial realm is dismantling it piece by piece, I want you to anchor yourself in your own undeniable light. The moment we acknowledge our spiritual sovereignty, the manipulations of others lose their power. Isto, to truly seal your energy against the shadows that tried to creep in. Write this mantra in the comments right now. The light that guides me is stronger than any imposed darkness. Embrace this affirmation as your shield, allowing the words to resonate from your deepest core. Now let's explore the profound reason why this agonizing silence is actually a divine preparation, and how the universe is orchestrating the perfect moment for their return. It is crucial to understand that their temporary withdrawal is not a cosmic slight. It is a meticulously planned recalibration. The period of non-contact was necessary for both of your growth, a time for the dust to settle around their manipulated environment and for your own spirit to attain a state of unwavering calm. The people who have been whispering poisonous advice into their ear, the ones who viewed your joy as a threat to their control, are now facing an unanticipated consequence, the void your absence created. They thought they were eliminating a distraction, but they have only amplified the essential nature of your connection. This person, the one who was forbidden to text you, is currently swimming in a sea of unspoken regret and a silent, profound sense of guilt. Every attempt to move forward, to find peace in your absence, is futile. It is a constant, suffocating shadow that pursues them because deep down, at the level of their authentic self, they know that their spirit was never meant to be silenced. They recognize that the bond you share was not intended to be broken by human fear, but was sealed by the perfect timing of the divine. This whole scenario, every painful day of waiting, is a setup for a spectacular, irrefutable revelation, where they will finally be given the strength to speak their truth without the suffocating cloak of fear and control. The current silence is merely the intermission before the grand act of truth. The architect of this division, the one who saw you as the biggest threat, did not act out of hatred for you, but out of a deep-seated fear of losing influence. Imagine this person's environment, a tightly woven tapestry of expectations, social contracts, and subtle emotional blackmail. The moment you entered this person's life, you represented a profound authenticity that threatened to unravel that entire tapestry. They saw the purity of your connection as a destabilizing force. This manipulator, perhaps a former colleague in their competitive field, or even a close relative with a vested interest in their financial or social status, watched with escalating alarm as the veneer of control began to crack every time your name was spoken. Your emotional integrity was simply too loud, too clear for their murky intentions. They didn't want you to cause damage. They were afraid of the sheer power of your ability to make this person feel genuinely free. That freedom was the very thing they relied on suppressing to maintain their own advantage. So they didn't resort to direct confrontation. They chose a far more insidious tactic, psychological seeding. They whispered half-truths, planted seeds of doubt disguised as wise counsel, and engineered situations that made it seem like your absence was necessary for the other person's stability or success. This individual who's now silent is battling not just external pressure, but a fierce internal conflict. The rule of silence, though externally imposed, has led to a spiritual hypoxia. They are struggling to breathe under the weight of an unexpressed truth. Think about the countless times they've drafted that message, only to see the image of the controlling figure flash in their mind, followed by a rush of fear and the reflex action to delete. The angel's message is clear. This spiritual test is about separating the wheat from the chaff in their life. The celestial forces are using this period to systematically remove the bad wood, the toxic dependencies and manipulative presences, like pieces being cleared from a cosmic chessboard. This is why you will soon witness a breaking point, a moment where the pressure of the lie becomes so immense that it simply shatters the containment. This person is not disappearing. They are being prepared. This period of absence is paradoxically the most intense period of their spiritual growth and yours. The universe is about to employ a brilliant strategy, circumventing the very means of communication that were restricted. The person was forbidden to send a text, but the universe is not constrained by a cell phone's limitations. The breakthrough message you are destined to receive will arrive in a form so veiled, so steeped in coincidence, that it will be impossible to ignore, but impossible for the controllers to trace. It might be a forgotten song suddenly playing in a cafe that holds a secret meaning only between the two of you. It could be a random number sending a handful of words that are uncannily identical to their own idiosyncratic speech patterns. It could manifest as a dream, so vivid and powerfully emotional that upon waking, they or you will feel an undeniable urgency to act. Their heart is now a furnace under the pressure of this unconfessed love. Every logical step they take to move forward is met with a tidal wave of spiritual remorse, a quiet, ever-present guilt that will not leave them in peace. The simple, unvarnished truth is that the soul connection between you two was forged in the timeless realm, not in a mere momentary attraction. The essence of your bond was never intended to be dissolved by mere human fear or manipulative decrees. The reason for their current inaccessibility is not a punishment for you, but an elaborate and necessary protection for them. The divine is preparing this soul to step forward and confess the truth, fully and fearlessly, stripped of the influence and control of others. The angel reveals that this silence has a clear expiration date. It is a temporary pause, not an eternal cessation. Look at your life right now. If you feel a renewed sense of clarity, a sudden inexplicable sense of calm after weeks of turmoil, then you have your confirmation. The heavens are actively working on your behalf, moving all the necessary celestial pieces to align your reality with your divine destiny. If you truly believe that the celestial forces are actively dismantling obstacles on your behalf, write this empowering declaration in the comments. I trust the celestial current that flows in my favor. This faith is the anchor that holds you steady as the storm around them rages. Their spirit is becoming agitated. The angels assigned to their path are constantly nudging them, reminding them of the truth they suppressed, pushing them to mend the tear in their spiritual fabric. The more they attempt to suppress their true feelings, the heavier their spirit becomes, leading to sleepless nights, quiet distress, and an agonizing battle of choice. You may not be privy to it, but this soul has been weeping in silence, tormented by the one decision they were forbidden to make, choosing you. When the divine signal sounds, when the heavens declare now, absolutely nothing on this plane or any other will be able to prevent your paths from merging again. The moment this person resolves to shatter the imposed rule, the universe will respond with immediate, powerful synchronicity. There is a profound wave of energy that is building toward a confession, a sudden, almost miraculous appearance, or a knock at your door that will rewrite the very fabric of your story. Before we proceed to the dramatic unfolding of this cosmic justice, I want to take a moment to ask you for a simple yet powerful gesture. If the truth in this message has resonated with you, if it has offered even a moment of peace, clarity, or hope, I ask you to consider clicking the super thanks man button, the Valo de Mai. This small, generous act is a seed of support that helps us keep this light mission alive, ensuring these messages of profound truth and hope can reach others who are currently lost in their own imposed silence. Now, as we look ahead to the imminent return, I want to invite you to do something unique. Instead of just asking you to like and subscribe, I want you to become an active spiritual agent in this community. If you are feeling a pull, a confirmation that this message is speaking directly to your experience, I urge you to hit the subscribe button and turn on notifications. But here is the special part. In the comments, I want you to share the most profound, unusual coincidence that has happened since this person went silent. Did you hear their favorite song played in an unexpected location? Did you see their first initial appear on a license plate right when you thought of them? Share your synchronicity. This is not just a comment. It's proof to the entire community that the spiritual thread is real and unbreakable. By sharing your personal, unique sign, you validate the experience for everyone else and strengthen the collective energy of faith. The person's attempts to follow the rule of silence have been nothing short of a spiritual imprisonment. They have tried to look for you anonymously, resorting to veiled glances at your profile, perhaps even creating ephemeral, fake profiles driven by a desperate need to simply observe you without being detected. They spend long stretches of time gazing at a photo of you, their hearts screaming the words their mouth is forbidden to utter. But even this secret, furtive observation is entirely known to the heavens. Nothing that is born of pure intention or authentic love passes unnoticed by the divine. And here is the impending miracle. The very people who dared to impose this silence upon them are about to face a dramatic reversal. The manipulation they orchestrated is about to be exposed, and every attempt they made to control the narrative will boomerang back upon them. The lie will crumble, and the truth will stand revealed. To reinforce the power of divine justice in your life, write this mantra immediately in the comments. The evil that does not touch me loses its power over me. This declaration seals your vibration in integrity and ensures that the cosmic reckoning is swift and complete. The angel reveals the toxic root of the problem. The controllers were influenced by jealousy and envy, brilliantly masked as good advice or necessary caution. Someone whispered malicious distortions about your character and intentions, just enough to sow the crippling seeds of confusion. But the truth, the authentic truth of who you are and the light you carry, always finds a way to emerge from the shadows, and it is winning the spiritual battle. This person is beginning to remember the profound peace, the natural and effortless calm that surrounded them when they were in your presence. They are finally recognizing that the inner tranquility they crave only existed when you were close. This sudden, acute awareness is becoming louder than their fear. It is piercing the illusion that the manipulators constructed. This profound remembrance is waking them up in the middle of the night, your name echoing in the silent chambers of their mind. They are no longer fighting the feeling. They are beginning to investigate it, seeking to understand why this connection still burns so fiercely, despite the passing of time. When a soul attempts to deny its fundamental truth, divine intervention is activated, and the spiritual block surrounding them is already starting to fracture. Small, almost imperceptible cracks are appearing in the wall of silence. The angel assures you that this person will soon see a sacred, simple sign, a feather resting in an improbable place, the sudden distinct aroma of your signature perfume, or your name scribbled on an unrelated piece of paper. This sign will ignite an overwhelming, undeniable courage within their spirit, compelling them to risk everything for the sake of the truth. The moment the universe chooses to rewrite this story, nothing on earth will be able to stand in its way. Their first attempt to reach out will likely be a small, almost nervous gesture, perhaps just a simple, unadorned hi or hello. But understand this, behind that single word lies a tempest of emotions that have been violently suppressed for months. Their heart will race, their hands will tremble, and their eyes may well up with tears. This is not just a simple text. In that instant, they will be choosing you over the fear that has crippled them, finally breaking the invisible chains that everyone, including themselves, believed were unbreakable. If you feel the power of true love's victory resonating in your soul, take a moment to write, "I choose true love and courage without fear. When that message arrives, it will be the divine clock manifesting perfectly. The time, the text, the surrounding circumstances, and your own emotional state will all align. A perfect code from the heavens. The angel offers a final piece of advice for that moment. Remain centered. Do not rush to respond. Take a deep, deliberate breath and allow your profound gratitude to be your sole guide. The return of this person is not merely a closure to the painful chapter of silence. It is a spiritual awakening for both of you. They never truly abandoned you. They were simply rerouted, given time to heal and grow until both of you were spiritually mature enough to handle the intensity of this rediscovered truth. The forces that engineered the separation were never and could never be stronger than the divine purpose holding your two souls together. That is why, even in the deepest silence, you could still sense their presence, a mysterious, warm light on the periphery of your awareness. In the days immediately following, you will begin to notice a cascade of repeating numbers, sequences like 222, 333, 555. Each one is a divine whisper, confirming that your connection is being fully reactivated. They are undergoing the final stages of spiritual preparation to confess everything, what they were told, what they feared, and what they truly deeply feel. The silence is transforming into profound sincerity. The distance is dissolving into an unstoppable devotion. And when they finally speak, you will hear the words that their soul has been holding captive for so long. The celestial message is unequivocal. None of this unfolding truth is a mere coincidence. It is a divine restoration. The soul that was forcefully forbidden to seek you out is now on the precipice of a full liberation. The angel of guidance has a crucial teaching for you in this moment. Forgiveness will be your most potent spiritual weapon. When they return, do not dwell on the actions they failed to take or the words they did not say. Instead, focus entirely on the immense potential of what you can build together now. Love that has been purified by silence, tested by separation, emerges unbreakable, more resilient than ever before. You were not forgotten. You were protected from the wrong timing. The universe deliberately engineered this pause because both of your spirits needed time to fully integrate certain lessons and heal deep-seated wounds before the reunion could commence. Right now, the energetic symphony between you is re-establishing itself, softly yet with unwavering firmness. They are sensing your core emotions, the tranquility of your energy, your serene confidence, and this acts as a radiant magnetic beacon guiding them back to you. When this guiding light becomes too intense to resist, they will follow it inevitably directly to your presence. When they finally make contact, it will feel as though time itself has paused to bear witness to your sacred reunion. The future holds no more arbitrary rules, only the pure, raw truth meeting its divine purpose. The song that was aggressively silenced is about to be played again, but it will not sound like the past. It will echo with the clear, powerful certainty of destiny being reborn. D. To fully receive and integrate this process of divine restoration, write this sacred mantra in the comments. I receive the light, the peace, and the protection that is my divine inheritance. This activation opens a powerful portal of liberation in your life. Your essential mission now is to maintain your inner peace, to hold your heart open, and to trust completely in the unfolding divine process. The person who could not contact you is now gathering the necessary courage to do the one thing that was explicitly forbidden. And when this happens, every single day of that agonizing silence will suddenly make complete and profound sense. The timing of the heavens is flawless. It never fails. It simply waits for the precise moment of preparation to align perfectly with the courage required. The miracle is imminent. The angel reveals that this person was under a powerful, invisible coercion, surrounded by voices designed to cage their heart. But the celestial realm intervened, shaking the very foundations of their life, forcing the truth to rise and completely vanquish the debilitating fear. Do not underestimate the power of this moment. The energy between you has surged to its maximum peak and can no longer be contained or interrupted. The orchestrators of the separation are rapidly losing their power one by one. The controlling individual's world is symbolically collapsing in the very places where their manipulation was hidden. Those who forced the silence upon this person are now grappling with overwhelming guilt, deep repentance, and imminent exposure. If you believe in the inherent justice of the divine, take a moment to write, "I trust in the justice and balance of the heavens." This is not a call for vengeance. It is a sacred demand for the divine balance to be restored. One of the manipulators is about to break, confessing their actions, perhaps admitting to blocking messages, deleting important numbers, or actively planting crippling fear in the heart of this person. When this truth is finally unveiled, a heavy, oppressive chain will be definitively broken from both your souls. You will feel an uncanny, profound sense of peace just before the final resolution, as if your soul already possesses the full knowledge of what is to come. This tranquility is the ultimate sign that the heavens have taken complete and irreversible control of the situation that caused you such deep pain. Your destiny is already scripting the next glorious chapter. The message that was once deleted is being rewritten now, infused with the courageous energy of truth. This person has been seeing undeniable, compelling signs leading them back to you. Your unique initials on unexpected billboards, old meaningful songs on the radio, dreams that feel far too real to be dismissed. Every sign is relentlessly pushing them toward one crucial decision: to shatter the silence permanently. If you feel in your soul that this divine reunion is meant for you, write this in the comments now. I receive this sacred, destined reunion. This declaration accelerates the final manifestation. The individual is meticulously preparing an avenue to reach you, a pathway so spiritually consecrated that no human interference can possibly touch it. The angel explains that this reunion transcends mere romance. It is the ultimate affirmation of truth, reclaiming its rightful position. You were both chosen to ignite a greater light within one another, and this painful separation was the fire necessary to purify that light. Your story was never meant to fade into silence. It is destined to echo as a profound testament to the power of authentic love. The pain you have endured is being transmuted into immense power, a power that will eventually heal and inspire countless others through your living example. And if this message has touched you, if it has provided clarity, solace, or a profound sense of relief, I want to invite you to consider an act of support that truly fuels this mission. Please click the Super Thanks button, the Valeur de Mai, below this video. This is an invaluable gesture of kindness that ensures we can continue to deliver these messages of healing and hope to every person who is searching for light in the darkness. Soon, you will witness undeniable evidence of the changes around you. Events will start to align with an uncanny precision. Previously closed doors will spontaneously swing open, and unexpected individuals will emerge with messages that seem to be tailor-made for your situation. None of these occurrences are random. They are the discernible footprints of the divine, meticulously guiding you toward the point of reunion. When the message from this person finally arrives, the timing will be so profoundly perfect that it will command even your heart to be still in awe. If you truly believe that the divine hand writes stories of perfect restoration, take a moment to write this core belief in the comments. I believe in the perfect, flawless timing of the heavens. The angel of providence offers a crucial instruction before this final manifestation. Prepare your heart by fully releasing resentment and surrendering all control. Love that is born of perfect divine timing requires open space to flourish, not the tension of expectation or demand. This person is right now gathering their courage, breath by agonizing breath. They are silently repeating your name, replaying the sound of your laughter, poring over your old messages as if they were sacred scriptures. What is approaching is far more than a simple reunion. It is a revelation. The truth that was so violently suppressed will not only liberate this person, but will elevate both of you to an entirely new spiritual plateau of peace and deep understanding. Stay with me until the very end, because as the restriction is finally lifted, you will begin to notice a cascade of bizarre synchronicities, glitches in your phone, sudden, fleeting power surges or lights flickering precisely at the moment you are thinking of them. This is the universe in a dramatic flourish, aligning the energetic pathways between two destined hearts. The angel's wisdom clarifies the entire journey. The silence was never a punishment. It was a sacred preparation. The heavens wanted to ensure that once this bond was restored, it would never be vulnerable to severance again. The entire period felt like a pause, a necessary hiatus, designed to wait for the essential spiritual maturity to intersect with the moment of destiny. Do not ignore these divine clues. If you have been feeling a profound, inexplicable lightness in your spirit, if your sleep has become deeper and more restful, it is a direct consequence of this person steadily returning to energetic alignment with you. They have begun to pray for you in secret, asking the heavens for one final, definitive chance. They write unsent letters, record voiceless audio messages, and create mental drafts, hoping the heavens will hear their desperate plea first. And the heavens have heard. This is why the divine signs are reappearing with such intensity. The moment of liberation is close at hand. Soon, a message specifically intended for you will travel through a profoundly unexpected source. It may not even originate directly from them at first, but you will immediately recognize the distinct, undeniable vibration of their essence. The angel reveals that the block that separated you was not merely physical. It was an intricate web of emotional, karmic, and spiritual restrictions. These layers are now dissolving at an accelerating pace. Your bond is about to feel stronger than you could ever remember. Therefore, abandon your fear of the silence. It is terminating. The next dawn carries a coded blessing for your connection, a clear signal that the painful waiting period is over. You may wake up to something small but profoundly potent, a simple text, a surprising notification, or a dream that feels more real than waking memory. This is the operational signature of the heavens, silent yet perfectly timed. When it occurs, your inner voice will whisper, "The moment has arrived." The silence will be replaced by a resounding truth, and your love will finally be given its authentic voice again. The angels are surrounding both of you now, closer than ever before, carefully calibrating the atmosphere for the imminent reconnection. When it happens, nothing and no one will be able to separate you again. The angel's final instruction on this phase is to remain firmly anchored in gratitude, not fear. Forgive the delay because it was, in its essence, hidden protection. You are now entering the climactic chapter of your story, where the pain definitively ends and the sacred purpose of your connection begins to unfold. Breathe deep, allow yourself to smile, not because you are waiting, but because the truth is already manifest. The invisible forces have aligned everything your heart desired. When the message arrives, it will not be just a collection of words. It will be the sound of your destiny, perfectly intersecting with divine timing. And to fully receive the guidance and protection of the celestial realm, write this mantra in the comments. I'm guided, protected, and strengthened by the angels of the good. Can I move on to the final block, where we discuss the profound implications of this ultimate spiritual awakening? The final climactic event is the spiritual awakening of this person, a seismic shift that follows months, perhaps even a number of years, of spiritual hypnosis. They were trapped, ensnared by the false counsel, the crushing fear, and the self-serving opinions of others. But something profound has finally ruptured within them, a sacred inner whisper that reminds them of their true, authentic self. This awakening is not gentle. It ruthlessly shatters everything that needs to fall away. This person is now fully realizing that their enforced silence regarding you was the most devastating lie they ever accepted. Even without your physical presence, they have been unconsciously sending waves of pure energy to you every single day. When you cross their mind, their body warms, their pulse quickens, and their spirit trembles. They desperately hoped that time would simply erase your presence, but time has only sharpened the acuity of their longing. They believed that distractions would work, but the heavens have etched your name even deeper into the very substance of their soul. Every frantic attempt to run away only served to return them inevitably to the point of their origin. You. The core reason they could not contact you was not punishment. It was a process of divine filtration. The heavens had to systematically remove the toxic individuals, the destructive habits, and the distorted energies that were corrupting their perception of the truth. Only after this purification could their soul return to you in its unadulterated, authentic form, steadfast and unshakable. The divine reversal is now in full motion. What was once aggressively blocked is being spectacularly blessed. The path that was intentionally closed is reopening now under the direct supervision of the angels. Destiny moves without noise. It simply rearranges all the pieces in a profound, magnificent silence. This is the truth of what has been unfolding behind the scenes of your ordinary days. Missed emails, cancelled plans, last-minute changes, all perfectly orchestrated to guide you both toward the singular, designated point of reunion. You are seeing small, strange instances of déjà vu. The same scent, the same street, the same word repeated until you stop and truly listen. These are divine invitations, asking you to prepare your heart for the inevitable. The angel's message is that this person will act entirely from pure, unadulterated emotion, not from cautious calculation. They will violate every single rule they were commanded to follow, because divine love does not submit to human fear. That sudden shiver, the rush of warmth, the profound stillness you are feeling right now is the definitive confirmation. Their energy has connected with yours again in this very moment. To seal this divine alignment and confirm your faith, write this core belief in the comments. I choose courage, for love is my victory over fear. They are meticulously rewriting their messages, preparing a communication so deeply personal, so full of vulnerability, that they have never dared to share with anyone. It may be a long letter, a voice recording, or even a handwritten note that finally finds its way to you. Whatever the form, it will carry the full accumulated weight of everything they were forcibly compelled to repress. The moment they send it, they will feel a liberation so profound that it may bring them to tears. This very instant will initiate the healing process for both of you, even before the first word is truly exchanged. Divine communication cannot be obstructed. It simply selects an alternate route. Even when they could not physically write to you, their soul was communicating in a powerful silence with yours. That is why you never truly forgot them. You continued your silent conversation. What appeared to be a vast distance was, in the spiritual realm, a perfect synchronization. Every agonizing pause and every delay was necessary to bring your two hearts back into resonant harmony. When this person finally reaches out, they will not only speak of love, they will speak of truth, spiritual responsibility, and a full, unwavering surrender. You will feel the absolute vibration of sincerity in every single word. The final confirmation will arrive in the form of a repeating time, 11:11, 3:33, 4:44. This is the distinct, undeniable seal of the heavens, declaring, this moment has always been yours. The old restrictions are collapsing at breakneck speed. Those who wielded control are losing their grip. Even the technology that seemed to block you will mysteriously falter or reboot on its own. When things around you start to glitch, it is the ultimate signal that the spiritual lock has been decisively broken. Their freedom is being restored, one powerful moment at a time. Prepare to witness an alignment so perfect it will feel like a scene from a celestial masterpiece. The person is now diligently rehearsing the words, desperately trying to articulate the inexpressible, yet they will try because the oppressive silence has reached its absolute limit. The angel states, "Every single tear you shed has become a seed of restoration." The heavens carefully counted every tear and transmuted them into blessings that are now guiding them back to you. This is why even the pain had a sacred purpose. It softened the pride that blinded them. When your conversation finally occurs, it will flow with a natural, effortless grace, as if the heavens have simply pressed the resume button on your connection. The one who avoided you will now actively pursue the deep peace they only found in your presence. And those who enforce the silence will be forced to watch destiny rewrite the narrative they desperately tried to steal. This reunion does not just heal the two of you. It sends ripples of healing energy to your families, your future paths, and entire timelines. When the heavens restore something, it never returns in its original state. It comes back multiplied in purpose, beauty, and power. Your connection is about to become a beacon of light for others who are still trapped in the silence of their own fear. The silence was not the ending. It was the perfectly constructed set for the beginning. The stage is set, and it is yours to witness the perfect, awe-inspiring time of the divine. The miracle will arrive disguised as a simple text, a sudden call, or a surprising appearance. Every delay brought with it a secret, hidden gift. Every silent night trained your resilience, sharpened your patience, and deepened your consciousness. You were meticulously prepared to receive a love that can no longer be shaken. When the silence is finally broken, you will feel deep calm, not panic. Your heart will whisper, "I was waiting for this." To embrace this moment with grace and peace, write, "I answer with love, not with the pain of the past." The person is seeking divine sanction, not human approval. They have turned to the heavens, asking how to mend the profound break. Their prayers are now returning as undeniable signs. Birds crossing their path, songs that mention your name, and recurring numbers. They will have a dream that changes everything, seeing your face with an undeniable clarity. The separating fear will instantly dissolve. Upon waking, they will move faster than you can imagine, their spirit guiding them directly to your unique energy. This final phase is not just about communication. It is destiny remembering its true self. Two souls, separated by a momentary illusion, are returning to the profound truth that awaited them from the very beginning. Now write this one last powerful mantra to seal this connection. The presence of the angels surrounds me and guards me on all my paths. This act opens the wings of celestial protection over you. My dearest friend, the path of the heart is often the most challenging, but it is always, without fail, the most rewarding. You have reached the final boundary. Take the next step with immense gratitude. The silence has transformed into a profound song. Never ever doubt that the heavens hear you. They always have. Now lift your spirit. Destiny has parted the curtains, and your love is about to step onto the stage, bathed in light. May the voice of the heavens, sealed within your heart, awaken in power and complete peace. May the perfect divine timing flood your life like the morning light that never fails. May every delay you endured transform into a chorus of answered prayers and wide open paths. May the reunion with your beloved, with your authentic self, and with the divine be the victorious banner of your new season. And may your unique story shine as living proof that when the heavens decide, nothing can stop it. If this powerful message has resonated with the deepest chambers of your heart, if it has offered you a piece of the puzzle you've been searching for, I want to invite you to join our growing family of light. We are more than just a channel. We are a community built on shared faith, vulnerability, and spiritual growth. Please take a moment now to subscribe to our channel. Don't just click the button. Do it with intention, making a conscious choice to walk this path of light with us. And now, for the most important part, I want to hear your voice. In the comments below, please share your own story of divine timing. Have you ever had a relationship or a significant event that seemed delayed? And when it finally arrived, you realized the delay was actually a form of protection or perfect preparation. Tell us what you learned from the silence. What was the most profound realization this video sparked in you? Your story isn't just a comment. It's a testament of hope for someone else who is still waiting in the dark. If you loved this video, if you felt its warmth and learned something new about the spiritual forces at play, please share your biggest takeaway. Let's build a tapestry of light in the comments section. Your engagement, your faith, your stories, your light is the true engine of this mission. Thank you from the depths of my heart for being here. You are loved, you are protected, and your story is unfolding exactly as it should.